Welcome to Elevator Paso, guys, a show that seeks to feature everything that is good about our city and seeks to elevate your mind, your body, and your soul. Today we have a super interesting guest with us. We're going to be speaking with Joe Lujan, an El Pasoan who's been in the film industry for over a decade and a half now and is causing great waves in the Hollywood industry. Joe, how are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, brother. It's a pleasure to have you once again. This is our second time that you get to be here.
Yeah, the last time was the Immortal Wars 2 premiere.
That's right, and we are now at our third edition.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for 3. Yeah.
But before we get to that, brother, let's talk a little bit about Joe Lujan.
Okay.
Joe Lujan de El Paso.
Yeah.
Brother, how did you get started in all this?
Honestly, I was doing it for fun with my siblings and my cousins. I would steal my parents' video camera and kind of, make our little scary movies. And I was doing that for years. And then I would go in local pawn shops and buy home video cameras, anything I could afford, and get friends, and we would create short films. Every weekend we'd create something new, and it started to excel from there. Yeah, and then blew up from there, and it changed.
And horror stories seem to be what your passion was to begin with. I mean, that is what you predominantly did, right?
Yeah, the horror genre, a lot of people don't know that I get scared very easily.
Oh, really?
Everything scares me. Yeah, it's funny. Everything scares me. But creating that fear, I guess because I know fear, it's easier for me too. It became a comfort zone. And I did that for years, up until, I want to say, Telephobia 2. I was like, when I was pushed to, encouraged, I shouldn't say pushed, I was encouraged to pursue the sci-fi action genre.
Right.
And I brought this whole universe and my entire list of characters to life for this sci-fi action genre. Yeah.
But even as close as December of last year, 2019, you were doing Chalk Fest, weren't you?
Yeah.
When you had that interactive horror story.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so Chalk Fest was, it had been a dream for me to be involved. Since I was living back here in El Paso.
Really?
Yeah, I would see online kind of like the event itself, and I was approached by Gil. His name's Gil. He's a great guy, amazing guy. And he basically, wanted to reach out and say, hey, we want you to be involved with Shock Fest. And I was like, this is not happening right now. Like, this has been a dream of mine. And yeah, we did this live experience, interactive thing. It was cool because that event was in a hotel in Las Vegas, where the hotel was part of the whole event. They blocked off the whole hotel. So you had to follow these rules and collect these player cards. It was cool. I had my own player card.
How cool.
The only way you could collect it is if you experienced my live experience. So you met all my movie monsters.
Yeah.
So you could meet the killers from Telephobia and Rust, and you had to find it amongst the hotel. And once you found it, you had to enter and experience it. And one of the monsters would give you the card.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to see how you basically walked into the world of Telephobia.
Yeah, and it's not for the faint of heart. I saw some of the clips, and they look pretty intense. You walk into those rooms, it was very well done.
Thank
Everybody
you.
was playing the part very realistically.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that you get to experience another one of your dreams. So how did Vanquishers and Immortals and all that come about?
So when I was attending EPCC here in El Paso. So I was doing that. I was media production technology, and we were doing all that studying and stuff. My escape from all that was I was doing an online comic. I would sketch a story, and then I'd write a whole paragraph story to and put it online. That's what I was doing on my free time as a hobby. But once I got into the filmmaking, getting all that going, that was kind of put in the back burner because obviously my focus was on filmmaking. Mm-hmm. Now, after I did all these horror films, my investors and producers had asked if I had anything that was more family friendly, something that wasn't so extreme.
Yeah.
So I went back to my past and I brought this entire universe. I was like, I have these characters, they have special abilities. There's 100 different characters. It's a whole universe. And that's when it blew up. After that, they're like, all right, well, let's do it. And I wrote the 3 scripts within a week or so.
Wow.
That time frame always changes. I don't know really, honestly, how fast. I know I wrote it very fast, all 3 scripts. And we went straight into production, and we shot the first one within, I think it was like 20 days maybe of production.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and it was a year and 6 months of editing. The first Immortal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So, okay, is it your doing that Marvel and DC and everybody's kind of collapsing at this time and you're coming about?
No.
Tell me the truth,
no.
Joe.
I want to be at that scale. It's definitely what I'm working on.
Yeah.
So hopefully everything that's going on right now, we're able to, it gives us smaller guys, you know, the ability to jump in and get our hands within that universe, you know?
Yeah.
I just have I've always had that mentality, like if you're going to do something, don't wait till it comes to you. You have to go out and do it yourself.
Right,
so
definitely.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to create my own universe. I'm going to make my own Marvel. I'm going to start doing films, and I have my comic books out, and there's a limited series coming out. So there's so many things that this whole universe has evolved into.
Right.
It's like I'm blessed and thankful. You know, obviously I've come very far so far, but I still want to go somewhere else.
Of course, but it's a great timing for this. I mean, then thank God the doors have opened to where you are set up in a position to where this universe could be the next big universe.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We're working on it.
Right.
Working on it.
I can't wait to the action figures, but I gotta get one of the first.
It's been in talks, actually. That is in talks.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro,
we
you gotta hook a brother up.
Yeah, we do. We have been working on that. Of some of the main characters. Not everyone, because 100 different characters is a lot.
Yeah.
But we're starting small. Yeah.
Who's your favorite? That's a hard question. Yeah.
That is, because all of my characters are designed off of people from my life, family members.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Do these people know this?
No, they don't.
Oh, really?
They don't. Some probably wouldn't be that happy.
Yeah.
But I think choosing one would be hard. But the main one is Tricolors. She's the main focus of the comic books and the movies and all that. So she'd be the main one. Yeah.
And so we had the beginning, and these deviants start to get used for a TV show. Yeah. Then we had a resurrection. Now we are in the third part. Tell me about this. How has it been? The reception? Where are we going with the story?
Well, the next one, it wasn't supposed to be. A lot of people don't know this. You're getting a little exclusive right now because no one knows this.
Heard it here first.
Hi there. What you got there? What do you got in the bag? She's one of them.
The center is a place where you all can be normal. We are here to help you. Some of you might not have what it takes.
We just received shipment. It's a female, about 10 years old. Can you tell me your name?
Strip away the sadness, the anger, and release the fear.
Enemy of my enemy. You represent Mexico in this age's immortal wars. Fight for us.
So this project was supposed to be a spin-off, standalone sequel.
Oh, wow.
It was going to be its own story, but still connected with the first 2 Immortal Wars. But throughout production, we started shooting extra scenes, and we were like, well, what if they do this? And what if they walk in at this point? So then I started calling a lot of the cast members from the Immortal Wars 2.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want to make an appearance in this story we're doing? And it worked out really well. So now it's become the sequel, but it's happening simultaneously with part 2.
Beautiful.
and we're crossing the stories, and it's led into Rebirth. Yeah.
And that's exactly the kind of strategies and the kind of situations that make these universes evolve. Like, it's not just a boring continuous. There's so many dimensions to
Yeah,
this.
I think it's a little bit more authentic when the stories are happening on their own. It's happening naturally.
Yeah.
We're like, well, let's do this. Let's, crossing it, doing. You evolve the universe even more so that way.
Right.
We have another project that we're getting ready for. I can't say really much on it, but it might be another leg that from the universe. So something we've been working on. We're getting into production real soon on it. Obviously, with everything that's going on, we're taking the precautionary measures, and obviously we're planning everything accordingly. But I think this one will be a good step up from what I've released.
So does this mean that there's new characters being introduced?
There is not new characters per se, but characters that haven't seen the big screen yet.
Oh,
yeah, they've been in the books,
yeah,
but they haven't come out yet. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
So, but before we get to that, right now we're at Rebirth.
Yeah, right. Rebirth. So Rebirth is the lead is my niece, Destiny Salas. She's made appearances in the first 2 Immortal Wars, and now she's like the main focus in this one. We do see a lot of returning characters from part 2, new characters, and this one I did introduce new characters that aren't even in the books. I just wanted to bring out from the whole list of the universe. I want to bring them out. And it's gonna be released. Fingers crossed, obviously, since things have been changing recently. Right. We were aiming for the summer, but we've pushed it back and we postponed for the fall of this year. And it will be. We're still in talks with which platform we're gonna go with, but it's gonna be an exclusive release on a certain platform.
Oh, beautiful!
Yeah, so it'll be a limited release for that, and then a distribution on DVD, hopefully around Christmas time.
Beautiful, bro. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And as soon as you're ready to start, hitting those big screens and start promoting it out
there. You will be there. We'll make sure you're there.
Excellent. So, Joe, let's move on to something a little bit more personal. For El Paso loves you. El Paso has seen you grow, and it's been your home city. Yeah. And it is at a point where we are being influenced by the industry quite a bit, and we have it right around the corner in New Mexico.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for those that have that dream you had and perhaps feel that they don't have the resources for it? I mean, I heard you talk a little bit about stealing cameras from your parents and that kind of thing. What advice do you have for them? Where did it start?
Honestly, as far as advice, to me, and I'm just going to go off of how I did it. I used whatever resources I had.
Yeah.
If I didn't have this $1,000 camera, I had this $50 camera. I did what I could with it, and I did the best that I could with that equipment. Yeah. I don't think we should, or those who want to get into this industry, don't restrict yourself. Don't think, oh, I can't do this because I don't have that, or however that scenario is. You use what you have. You do the best that you can. Create something, especially when it comes to filmmaking. The best thing to do is to create content. You want to create content to throw out there, show it to your family and friends. If you're not as confident to throw it online, keep it to yourself, but show it to your friends, show it to family members, get their feedback. Learn from what your mistakes you made, what you can improve on, and then next weekend go back out there and shoot something else, and keep on doing that over and over. That's how I did it. I think I surpassed 120 short films like easily.
Wow!
And we were just because I kept on creating content, and it eventually led me into full-length feature films, and that's how I got moved on to that.
So would you say you're living your dream?
I am definitely blessed and definitely living what I've dreamt. But like I said, I'm still reaching further.
Still dreaming.
If you've reached your goals or your what you wanted to hit, you didn't reach far enough. So you have to you have to keep on reaching.
Joe, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Any last words?
Just keep on creating and stay safe, everyone.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.